Dear one, don't give up on those that seem to have no sensitivity for the spiritual, and certainly no desire to believe in God, to trust in even their God. They don't have ears to hear, but they are living in the school. The students here with us all for the same reason as we came. They can only come by comparing love with hatred, good with bad, warm with cold, joy with despair. Be the love and goodness, in as far as they do have ears to hear. So when they do ask you, you try to meet their request reasonably, not self-sacrificing. I don't mean that. But can I help? I've got a very secular friend who, well, he doesn't realize it, but he worships Krishnamurti, sort of, in the same way that Krishnamurti would sort of reluctantly have followers, would want. And I know he appreciates the small things I can do for him, and do. There's nothing very major or significant. It's a sort of mystery to him in a way, but he appreciates it. Oh my goodness, well that's key to the kingdom of heaven, isn't it? Appreciation. You see, we are on the menu then. If your world turns to custard, you can always choose this option on the menu. You know about it, you know it's there. I mean, when I used to run my secular younger son to work, we'd have great conversations each day, really. I wouldn't sham anything that he said or believed or talked about, and nor he me. We respected each other's freedom to be what we are. But if his world turns to custard, he knows which way to jump. He's got a complete structure in his mind that he can simply flip into. Like a touch on the computer, and you've got a completely different screen and story. Just like that. And being a computer whiz-kid, of course, he knows exactly which button and where it is. Bless him. So, don't give up on people that don't seem to respond. Just hang in there as part of the furniture. Don't get misused. Don't be foolish. Don't cast your pearls before swine, lest they turn again and tear you to pieces. Which they may do in their anger. They're beset by all sorts of spirits, in a sense, aren't they? But be ye holy. You are not of the world. You're not in fellowship with them. They've got the fellowship of the friends they want. They have no need for what you are at present. But be a blessing where occasion, opportunity arises. and delight in that, because you know their future and they have no idea of it. In your heart, you trust that they will come just as you come, by the grace and the goodness and the love of God, our Heavenly Dad, their Heavenly Dad too, you see. In other words, we trust and believe when they can't. And it's a joy to be so employed. And part of our learning too, we reflect on their dilemma and how we can help and what might be a blessing. Well, we like to tell them where the map is. We like to make it clear where they could go if they wanted, if they find they need, for we are sure they will need. They, of course, feel things are okay as they are, thank you. Yep, okay. God is abiding this, why not me too? Is God giving up on them? No way. Good. Well, I don't have to worry or stress then. I know they'll come. And I'm just helping God do the washing up and the gardening. I'm just in on it because He's teaching me still. That's why I'm still here. Wouldn't have me here otherwise. It doesn't need me here, for goodness sake. It's only got me here helping because it's going to be a blessing to me. Because the lovely God, He loves us. That is the eternal end of the matter. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. You see, Jesus in the story is not sent to the world. I pray not for the world. Those that have ears to hear, let them hear. Who are they? The ones that are yours, Heavenly Dad, already have ears to hear. Thine are mine. They're the ones I'm sent to. I'm not Jehovah's Witness or Mormon-wise knocking on the doors. I actually don't stand at the door and knock. On a door where I'm sure they don't have ears to hear. I can't knock on every door. I'm limited resources. To whom am I sent? To those who may have ears to hear. Then I knock. If they hear me, they open the door. But I'm not talking about some literal door-knocking evangelism. I'm talking about being in this world. If you think they may have ears to hear, well, you knock. You let them know more of who you are, who your God is to you, that their imaginations may be stirred, that they have a longing, they have an openness, probably because their life is unsatisfactory. Well, almost certainly because of that. Whereas those that have riches, well, I mean, they're deluded by an imagined permanence of such. and that it's only the now that matters. It's not that we have only the present. We have all the past and we have all the future, and it's infinite in both directions. In dimensions you can't imagine. I can't imagine. I assume that is the case. And we are seeing such at present as if it were a sequence, what we call time. Well, time's an illusion, I can tell you. And we can shorten the time greatly. Love God now and don't return to this place or anything like it. And step into eternity beyond. Part of the delusion of this universe is time, is change, is sequence, is cause and effect. God is not cause and effect. He's created it. But He is, and you as a child of God are as well. You are not actually of time. Time is as much a delusion as the transitory nature of all the physical, as it appears in this world. Whereas, as the scientist likes to hold, matter and energy are in some sense continuing. One simply transforms into the other and back into the first. We know not how, but that might be the case. And in some sense it's the theory that they're backing. And rightly so, given the delusion we're in. Where were we? Ah yes, in the story. Well, He gives to those that ask. Do you believe that I can do this for you? Do you see, He asks them a question? Or what do you want of me? My goodness, I'm blind. Obviously I want my sight. You might think, is a possible obvious response. Were it impolite to respond in such a way. But He's saying, isn't He, I come to you on the level that you ask. You want healing, I give it. The illness was for a blessing. Okay, we can make it a blessing in this way if you actually think it's God that heals you. Or your faith that heals you. In other words, if it's instructive as a lesson, then we can do it. So we do. He gives some instruction on what you powerfully believe in your heart. Say to this mountain, shift, and it will. Is He speaking literally? Is He speaking in miracle terms? Is He speaking spiritually? It leaves that open in the story. But the story inspires, puts the spirit in you. You start to have ears to hear. At first it's a mystery and a fascination, or it's impressive and it strikes you, and you get this lift, this curiosity, because you're alive. Well, because you are actually a child of God, and the things of God do trigger you. Things of life, the fascination of the extraordinary nature of living. Unless you've died on your feet already, of course, and it doesn't touch you and you just say, oh, one of these crackpots, and pass on your way. Choose you this day whom you will love. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.